It is the turn of the Hot Hatch Cup to feature on WLR TV, and the race we're going to look back on is a thrilling second race for Maple Valley. S2M Nightmare won the first race, but what would happen in the second race of the Hot Hatch Cup? This was the 8th round of the championship, and the grid was decided by a random grid, so let's have a look and see what the grid would be for the second race of the night. It's two Ford KAs on the front row. On pole position's Fanny Tickler for Bear Tunes Racing, and alongside him on the outside it's Honest Outrage for Outrage Racing. On the second row it's a Nissan Micra of TFR Magic for More Physics Racing, and on his outside is the first of the Citroen C1s, Sleazy FX for Slick Racing. On the inside of the third row it's another Citroen C1 Maroid for H4H Motorsport UK, and alongside him it's another Ford KA, Bristol City Dan for Great Western Racing Junior Team. On the inside of the fourth row is the only Toyota Aygo in the race, and that is Chesney 77 for Mutts Nuts Racing. Alongside him is probably the favourite for this race, S2M Nightmare for Nightmare Racing. The fifth row sees a Citroen C1, that is the Dirty No Soul for BT NZ Racing, and alongside him in 10th place is a 4KA Piercy Bear for Bear Tunes Racing. The sixth row sees two Citroen C1s, 11th place is Rock 574 for BT NZ Racing, and alongside him in 12th place, Sean 136 for Slick Racing. The random grid turned into a nightmare for Great Western Racing. They find themselves sharing the back row in the Nissan Micras, Lego 84 13th, and rounding off the field it's Llama Flem starting 14th. On the pole position man, he's made a good start, but Honest Outrage has also made a good start and comes alongside Fanny Tickler. Coming in towards the first corner, that's S2M Nightmare looking to make his way for the grid. What's happened here? He's gone for track and he's hit the wall. What happened there to S2M Nightmare? Further up the field, this is Dirty No Soul mid-pack trying to get through the field. There's a car threatening down the inside. Let's see, Sean 136, and he's hit Dirty No Soul, pushed him out wide. He's put wide, and Piercy Bear gives him a tap as well for his troubles on the way past. Rusty's gone wide, and Rusty has hit the barrier. Not the start that the American veteran wanted. And there's contact there between Rock and Leggett and Sean. Leggett did well to control that slide, but I think it's bad news for the Swindon-based driver. He's going to have to come into the pits on the end of the first lap. We have completed one lap of the Maple Valley circuit, but already Fanny Tickler and Honest Outrage pulling out a gap because the rest of them are too busy fighting each other. This is Piercy Bear currently in second, but that's going to be fifth because TFR Magic's off the track and Piercy Bear goes through. And this is now the battle in the lap 2 for third place. You've got Sleazy on the outside, Bristol City down on the inside, and Piercy stalking them both as they go into the first corner on the start of lap 3. Bristol City down still in the corner, Piercy's tapped him in the rear, but Sleazy's also gone wide. And this is great racing here. And what's this happening? Fanny Tickler's gone wide, Fanny Tickler's hit the wall, and Fanny Tickler nearly took Honest Outrage out there. This is lap 4, and this is dramatic stuff. Fanny Tickler's managed to lose the lead, he's made an error. And Bristol City does so is going into the corner. That's a hard impact there. S2M Nightmare's ploughed straight into him. What's happened there? We're going to have to see a replay there. Bristol City down just arrived and shot. And here's a replay. He's looking back from Piercy Bear. And Piercy Bear's gone. I think Piercy Bear hit Bristol City down. Piercy Bear got loose. And there's nothing Nightmare could do. Here's Nightmare's video. So there indeed was contact between Piercy Bear and Bristol City down. Llama Flem's also involved in that. We're now watching the battle for second place following the last lap incident which took out Bristol City Dan and S2M Nightmare. This is Sleazy currently in second. He's got Piercy Bear third, and behind him is Dirty No Soul. But Sleazy's gone wide. Piercy Bear's going to go through, and so is Dirty No Soul. Chesney and Rock are also in attendance, and that is S2M Nightmare looking to recover back to the pits following that incident. But Bristol City Dan doesn't look to be so lucky. He's pulling off, and he's going to retire from this race. Sleazy's trying hard to maintain the place he's just lost, but he could be trying too hard on two wheels and he's going to roll over. Oh, this is a horrific accident. This is not what we want to see in WLR. That's probably one of the biggest incidents I've seen, and Rusty's off in the background spinning in sympathy. We are on the final lap now, and Honest Outrage has done well in the first half of the race to avoid the carnage. Piercy Bear's caught him, and Piercy Bear's just punted him in the rear. But Honest Outrage has gone wide. I thought this race may have been over, but it's going to be far from over because Piercy Bear is going to give it straight to Honest Outrage on this last lap. I think Honest Outrage might just have it in him to hold on. He avoided all trouble in the first half of the race. He kept his own business. He had 6-second lead at one point. And Honest Outrage now is coming round the last corner in the Ford KA. He's not won in WLR for a very long time as Honest Outrage, but he can see the checker flag now, and coming round for his third WLR victory and the first in the season, it's Honest Outrage. He'll be absolutely delighted with that result.